Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again for being here. It's another edition of Let's Paint TV. We are going to blast away into the stratosphere with never-ending awesomeness. We are just going to be so awesome. Our awesomeness is going to be we're going to be so awesome that we're going to just blast off because we are so awesome. Kind of like a big thought bubble that is floating overhead, like the Goodyear blimp. Give us a call. We're talking about whatever is on your mind, but ideally we can talk about art and painting, since that's somehow I have vested all my interest, all my life's I've devoted my entire life to painting, and look what I got for it, a show. It's a show. This is what I got to show for it, a show about how to paint, about creativity, about hanging in there, about being whatever the heck you got to be something, do something. Give us a call, 818-528-4516. We got Eric and Alex in the chat room. I've had plenty of coffee, and now I got a big headache. And I'm not sure where to go. But I'm here for you. And at some point I will more than likely figure out what we will do today on the program. I will at some point get my act together, as we all should or do at some point, at some juncture, at some pinnacle, catastrophic moment of conjecture. Our paths will cross in time. All right, there you go. 818-528-4516. Give us a call. That's basically the story. We're going to eventually get going here at some point, or not. I think we will. We will get going here, though I'm not. I'm not motivated as usual. It's kind of a daily issue for me, is to not necessarily be motivated to do much of anything. But we will at some point get moving here, I suspect. T-Quells. I don't know what that is. T-Quells. Okay, great posture I have for you, offering you sort of the lurch, the hunchback of Notre Dame, but it feels kind of good. It feels good to hunch a little bit. But undoubtedly, or proven that to Why too quiet? Turn up the volume. Is that right? Am I too quiet? Let me just take a look here. How's my volume? It looks like it's okay, but I guess we could do something about that. I think it's fine. I'm just not talking too loud, that's all. I think we're good with the volume. Maybe you just need to turn up your volume. Laura says, I can hear. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're good with the volume. I mean, I might be talking a little low. I'm not high intensity at the moment. I've had plenty of coffee. I should be high intensity, but I don't have any modus operandum. I mean, I don't have a place to go to be excited about, or do I? And I think the thing we need to do is just go through the motions. We just need to go through the motions. Probably sit up straight would be a better thing to do too. Sit up straight. Eric says, sounds fine. Sounds fine. Sounds fine. Okay. Yeah, I think you just need to turn up your volume. Okay, there's the number. We're live. We're live right now, 818-528-4516. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, 2 to 3 Eastern time. I'm going to start placating to the Eastern time zoner types, since I think 2/3 of the country is on the East Coast. I think, or something like that. There's more people on the East Coast, so I think we need to just forget about the Pacific Coast. No one's over here anyway, and the people that are over here are all asleep, like me, and we're all too lackadaisical because we have too much sun shining from the California sun, and so we're not motivated to do much of anything, and as such, we're not watching this program. Actually, no, I think it's probably an equal amount of people from the East Coast and on the West Coast watching this program. I really don't. I don't have the stats or nothing like that. I don't have any stats for you. Okay, let's kind of get kind of possibly moving here. I'm going to put on the treadmill. That might help my thought process. To some degree. It looks like the chat room is alive and well. You guys are happy, lot of bouncing around. I like that. That's positive change. Change is good. Change is good. Okay, let's see. I'm just probably, you won't hear me too terribly good because I'm going to be, I guess, I'm hesitant to. I'm hesitant to start rework or continue to mess with this painting, and yet it's sitting in front of me, and so it's sort of asking me to do so, and yet part of me wants to do something entirely different, which would be much more funner, which is a word we like to say. Funner, much more funner. And what is the much more funnest thing to do? And that is to just get down and get dirty. Get down tonight. Let's get down tonight. Get down tonight. Let's get down tonight. All right. Okay, that's it. I'm going to have to pull out the big one. Pull out the stops, and let's get this big bad boy up on the easel and do something with it. Okay. Okay. How's that looking? You can kind of see something. Let me fix the camera shot for you. Okay. So all right, all right, we got the painting up and running here. Now we just need to decide where we're going with this piece, and I think what I need to do is, I think what I wanted to do, draw the upshot down slightly if you can. Draw. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, 818-528-4516. We can take your calls here. That's why we have the new audio mixer. We can pretty much effortlessly take calls without too much of an issue. What I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna get a loaf of bread and some eggs as I'm gonna try to add them to the painting. Okay, so that's my. I'm gonna, it might work, it might not. So let me just do that. Let me go get some eggs. And heck, I'm gonna get some coffee too. We're back. I got more coffee, and I got some eggs and a loaf of bread as reference that I think might be helpful. Maybe. We'll see. All right. Okay, we're back. And really, there's really no excuses here now. We got everything kind of lined up. Bring back. Bring back. It's going to get hot in here, I can tell already. You're watching Let's Paint TV? Every day we're here, guys. 2 p.m. Eastern Time, every day. Except for Saturday and Sunday. 818-528-4516. Give us a call. Is this French toast? It is. What this is a figment of your imagination. It is a painting, is what it is. Let's get this thing over on my side over here. Bring that fan over here. Let's get the fan going on. Uh-oh, there goes my gloves. Okay. Get my glove down there. Ah, there we got a glove. Yeah. So let's see what we can do. We'll get some paint going on here at some point. It takes a while to get going sometimes. So today is no different than previous days. And it can be a setback knowing that we have things in our midst, procedural aspects, but maybe try to learn to enjoy that if it's possible. I have a hard time wanting to, because it's a lot easier not to. It's a lot easier to wish that you didn't have to go through all the hoops and hurdles of doing stuff and just get right into the fun. I like to just get right to the fun. I want to get to the fun, but it doesn't always present itself. Okay, let's get some paint onto the palette, and then by putting paint onto the palette, then we can then vis-a-vis get paint onto the canvas and Though you could be putting the paint right on the canvas, squeeze it right out. I saw a wonderful artist who does just that, and very impressive to see that kind of technique. So really, the sky is the limit in the procedural aspects of how you go about your business. It is your business. It's no one else's business what you do. And as such, it is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful world. When you're aware of that. When you're aware that you can fly freely, when you can fly the friendly skies, or angry, or whatever skies they are, you can fly however you want. It is not you're not limited by your inadequacies or your limitations. That's definitely a given, I believe. I believe so. I need to put more paint down on my palette, and yet I feel like I could just drink another couple of cups of coffee, even though I've had plenty. Let's read your chats here. Love the colors. Fantastic. And we're taking your calls. 818-528-4516. We're here every day, guys. 2 p.m. Eastern. Every day. All right. Is that a shadow or a person in the background? Yeah, it is. I think I'm going to knock them out. I'm not sure what to do with that. I might hint to it. And anyway, so I'm just kind of battling this piece. It is a somewhat of a dud in my mind, in my book. First of all, it feels as if it is a subject-wise a little too interpersonal, a little too self-portrait-y-ish, and limited in its scope in terms of somehow interacting with the rest of the world. But I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm just going to continue on and F it up and make do with what we got going on, with what is going on, what we got going on, what is it all about. And I tell you what it's all about. It is about getting some paint on the canvas and getting going and moving that paint. Move that paint and move it. Move it. Move. Get moving. Get moving. Okay, so let me, I got my eggs over here. Let me just kind of, they're in the, a box of eggs is a fascinating thing, actually. Eggs inside that box is a really kind of fun thing to paint. I'm tempted to paint that in a more, by itself in a way, but part of me says, screw that. I don't want to just necessarily do that, but I could. I could paint whatever I want. I could paint so many things. I could paint this fan right now. I want to paint the fan. I want to paint this fan. I want to paint this VHS tape I got. I want to paint those VHS tapes. And that other kind of fan, like the box fan. And I got this fan. I want to paint all this stuff. All this stuff I want to paint. So much stuff to paint. Giving us a call. Give us a call. Givenry. That's one place maybe one day I'd like to go to. Monet's water lily place. So I suspect if anyone's actually ever gone there, and maybe one day I would check it out, but I suspect that it is all like one big tourist trap, Though I would maybe not like an American U.S. kind of way, but it would be for sure more than likely inundated with tons and tons of little gift shops and little this and that and this. But nevertheless, I still would want to check it out. I guess. Do I really want to? Do I really want? Let's take a call here. Let's talk to Alex, giving us a call on the Alex hotline. What's going on, Alex?
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm enjoying the show.
Well, I'm enjoying the fact that you guys are there watching me doing my thing each and every day.
We're drinking coffee.
Yeah, you drinking coffee? Fantastic. Who are you? Are you there with Steven?
Higgins is here. We're planning all the future exhibitions at the Blackstone.
What? Wait a second. I thought
Blackstone.
I thought the Blackstone is over. Now you guys are still going.
It's on again, off again. You never know these things. They
all
go
right.
back and forth. And also now that the Blackstone is starting to flood, we're going to start having some
canoeing.
Yeah, we're going to do some canoeing.
Oh wow. Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it flooding more? Did it flood some more since last night?
No, we haven't been there yet.
It's
okay.
And now it's mixing with all the uncontrolled drainage from the hair salon, and it's just like foam everywhere.
Oh man.
He's making this up.
It's like an I Love Lucy episode in there. The whole glass is just all bubbles.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
No. Not even possible. That's not even possible. I know that. You cannot possibly make bubbles so big. You would have to have like 20 washing machines with a bunch of soap, soap from the washing machine soap, bubbling over, and then even then the bubbles would not go up against the windows. You would have to I don't know. You need a bubble machine is what you need. I mean, that's some serious stuff. You cannot. That is not done just on a whim. You have to plan that out. That can't be an accident.
I know.
It's like movie prop material to get it going, just to paint a picture. But that's what we can do, though. See, Alex, is that we can paint a picture, and we are painting that picture right now in our minds, and we can do that in a canvas too, or whatever we're creating. It may not be the real reality that vis-a-vis we see in our daily lives, but it could very well be portrayed in the picture form.
I agree. Hey, John, it's Tequila Friday at Blackstone today.
Okay, so what does that mean? You're just going to get drunk on tequila?
No. Everybody who comes through the doors gets a shot of tequila.
Oh, okay.
We're just going to turn up the whole corner. Kids, old people, homeless people, everybody gets tequila.
All right. Well, I'm not one to advocate any kind of delinquency to the minors or whatever they call it. So I'm not advocating that. But if you are of legal drinking age, I'm sure you can get a swig of some tequila from Alex there at the Blackstone Gallery today. From what time are you going to be there? Gallery hours. What time are you going to be there? Anyway.
We'll be there from 1 to 7 p.m.
1 to 7. So get there early if you want to get some of that tequila, because I don't think that's going to last too long once everyone knows about it. The whole world knows that they got a free shot of tequila coming their way.
At the Blackstone.
No tequila.
Well, Higgins just said no tequila.
All right, Higgins is backing out of that, and he's kind of the sort of the traffic cop of sorts. He's able to kind of a safety. He's a safety guy. He's safety dance.
Yeah.
Safety dance. Safety dance. How's that song go? I forget. Safety dance. Bow 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 Bow, 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 bow.
Safety dance. Safety dance. Give it another chance.
Be safe. Be safe.
Be safe.
Wear condoms. That came out. That was like an AIDS, prevention kind of song, wasn't it? Safety dance. Wasn't that based on that idea? It was. It kind of was an AIDS song in a way.
Huh.
I don't know. Look that up, will you? Will you look that up, guys? Google that, will you?
Should we Google? You want me to Google that right now?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Someone could Google it.
Safety dance.
Safety dance. What's the story on that? Wikipedia. Get the Wikipedia story on that.
Okay, wait. It's from a band called Men Without Hats.
Men Without Hats. Is that right? That sounds like they don't. That sounds like they don't wear any rubbers.
Yeah, kind of. But then here is it's a safety dance AIDS walk in Colorado that happened in 2011.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think there's a connection. There's got to be a connection. I mean, I always thought it was kind of one of those kind of connection things, only because it came out, or it's it's part of that realm. Period. It's within that period. So no matter what happens, as long as you're part of that period, you're part of that period. You can't escape it. Somehow you're going to be a part of it.
Right.
Or not. Or you can be oblivious. I like being oblivious.
I do too.
Yeah, oblivious.
Be oblivious.
Oblivious is contagious. All right, so we got pretty much a lot of the colors ready to go here.
Oh.
Yeah,
I paused the show. I haven't been watching. I've just been talking.
All right. Well, that's probably best when you're calling the show. Don't even bother trying to watch because it's always about 2 minutes behind or something.
Yeah.
Where we got the tape delay just in case one of us says something really awful. We could maybe cut it out or something, bleep it or something.
Right. Like,
yeah.
To keep the Friday, we can just edit that out.
Yeah. We'll just bleep it. We'll bleep it.
Perfect.
All right, guys.
Do a safety dance on that one. So.
Now, as usual, it's halfway through the show, and we finally got pretty much everything up and running, and we're about to start painting. And that's apropos. That is par for the course. That is a bogey in my books, a birdie, an ace in the hole. It is. Let's get down and get dirty. Let's get
Hallelujah.
painting. Let's get painting, basically. Or try.
So
Let's make a move.
All
right, Alex and Stephen, they're going to be there at Blackstone Gallery. If you want to be there and check out the show, I went to the opening last night. Fantastic show. And so if you're interested in buying some artwork, go down to the Blackstone Gallery down there in downtown on 9th and Broadway next to the Ace Hotel. Hello, caller. You're on Let's Paint TV. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Who's this? Where are you calling from?
I'm Devin. I'm calling from Reno.
What's up, Reno? What's up, Reno 911?
That show's filmed closer to you than it is to me.
What's that?
That show's filmed closer to you than it is to me.
Oh, so it's not really filmed in Reno?
No, sadly not. The police here, we have the largest police to citizen ratio in the country. So the police here are not as fun as all that.
Oh, really? You guys are the biggest little town in the world or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I forget how it goes.
Man, I just rediscovered your videos. I was watching back in like 2006, and I just rediscovered them last night.
Okay.
And had a ball watching them with a friend of mine.
Oh, wow. Which ones do you like? You like watching probably the cable access shows, right?
Yeah, there's something about your unflappable optimism in the face of so much negativity that is just a joy to watch.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad to hear that because I sometimes not aware of that, and I'm glad that is somehow projected, even though it might not necessarily be in my own frame of reference. It is not necessarily, you know, how I'm perceiving something at the moment, but I'm glad it is portrayed in a different light. It is seen as something different.
You're just doing something so, you know, you're doing something so out there and amazing. And, you know, it's part of the fun of those early videos is people calling in who don't get it and who don't care, and that you don't care most of the time that
Right.
they don't get it.
Yeah, well, it was, you know, it was a mission. You know, it is kind of a mission on my part to try to do what I'm doing, but also I'm also open to the you know, ridiculousness, absurdity, and all that good stuff. And I want people to laugh if it's possible.
Oh yeah, I love it, and I think your waffle looks good this morning.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, well, it's not a waffle, it's actually a fried egg sandwich. But
oh damn.
I'm not really, I'm kind of perplexed on really where to go with it. I kind of, you know, it's kind of one of these problems that sometimes happens in painting, is that particularly when you set yourself up for failure, you can really continue in there, continue on with the failure forever. And it almost seems like, you know, it has a never-ending answer that just doesn't end, and you kind of wish maybe you went about business differently and had a better plan. And you know, it's one of these kind of paintings that you start to reconsider your whole makeup of how how you do things, and you start to maybe question. But that's a good thing. It's a good thing.
You're saying you're having an existential crisis this morning?
I've been having an existential crisis for the past 25 years.
Yeah. Well, that's part of what I love about your show too, man. I mean, I love the spirit of just going along with something, whether or not it's working, and being committed to turning something out. I think that's part of the spirit of doing art.
Well, I believe so, and I go back to the thought that it's not so imperative that I actually ever make anything that's any good. It's really what's more important is the message that I put forth, even if it's full of shit at times.
I think let's paint and exercise and blend drinks and some of that stuff, man. I mean, this is your masterwork. It's not,
right.
The paintings are some of the newer paintings you've been doing are great, but it's not. I don't think so much about what you're putting up on the canvas.
You got to understand, here's the other problem about painting in general, is that really painting, and I know a lot of people who are you know, like Alex and Steven, you know, love painting, and I love to paint too, but honestly, not much good painting out there. There's a lot of bad painting for various reasons. There's so many reasons why paintings are really bad, and it's because of so many factors. There's also a lot of great paintings, but most paintings are not very good.
90% of anything is crap.
In a sense, and yet I don't want to discourage anyone from not painting or being creative at the same time. But so I'm sort of an oxymoron, or a catch-22, or sort of a, you know, full of shit in my in what I'm saying half the time. But you know, but deep down, I do want to encourage everyone, or I have to remind myself that everyone should enjoy the properties of the effervescent bubbles that come about from the creative process, whatever that is. Even if we do suck, and things are not working out very well. Guys, why don't you guys talk about that with yourselves in the comment section. I'll be right back. I got to take a little quick break. I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's get back up to speed here. Had to move my van. Anyway, 818-528-4516. I don't know what we were talking about, or I kind of do. We were on an epiphany of thought provoking possibilities. 818-528-4516. 818-528-4516. 818-528-4516. It's Let's Paint TV. Let me get my ball bearings back in order, and with that, feel free to call us. And then I'll get back to painting here. I'm working on a loaf of bread. I don't know if you can see that. I got a loaf of bread here. Now I'll probably put the loaf of bread there, and then maybe put some eggs back there. I don't know if that's necessary, but I think I might. Might be kind of fun. I have a tendency for myself to put a lot of stuff in a painting as opposed to being all minimal. And I don't know honestly if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It is just something that I find that is something that I like to do, I guess. I'm uncomfortable with, I don't know, I'm still battling. And I'll tell you one thing in terms of as an artist, as a painter, I'm still learning. I'm still learning after all these years, and that is I think that's something that if you don't have that, if you're not feeling like you're learning something, then you are just sort of cashing in on your chips, and then you might as well just die. You might as well die. You might as well give up the whole creativity battle and move on to something else and like become a doctor or a lawyer. If you got it all figured out, just move on. You moved on. Then you're not having any fun. You're not exploring. You're not failing. You're not experimenting anymore because you figured it all out. You've got all your little technique down. You got it how you want to do it. You want to do it I got to do it just like this, man. I do it like this, and then I produce and I make the same thing all the time. Now I'm saying this, and it's the same. I have the same problem, but at least I'm open to the idea, or I question what I'm doing. At least I'm verbalizing it or airing it out, airing my dirty laundry with you all. But I wonder if some of us might want to do a little more of that. I think there could be a little more viscosity, interest, and push the paint around with a little more questioning about what the hell's going on with what you're doing. Just go nuts with the background. Put a clown holding a coffee cup, says Laura. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go that way. All right, we're getting my gloves back on. 2.4 miles an hour. And we're taking your calls, 818-528-4516. I'm going to get some water in me. Okay. Oh boy. All right, let's go back to our painting here. And again, it's a question of, do I really want to make this look like exactly what I'm looking at, or do I just want to make an illusion of what it is? I don't know. I'm not really certain at the moment. And maybe we'll just leave it as more of a mess of an idea. 2.8, 3.4, 3.3 miles an hour, guys. And let's go to a bigger brush if we can. Feel free to call us, 818-528-4516. Safety dance wasn't about AIDS. Wikipedia says that they were encouraging concert goers not to do this pogo dance thing. that was popular at the time. I guess, fair enough, but I saw it as a pro condom song back in the day, and you're not going to change that out of me. That's in me. I'm not going to, not going to just get rid of that thought. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be there in the back of my mind. Okay, so that's the loaf. Put some lines there. I don't even think this is really quite working out, but maybe it is, okay? Maybe it is. What do you know? What do you know? What do you know, Joe? Might work out. There's sort of the side of the bread on the side there. And then there's the shadows on the plastic wrapper. Feel free to call us, 818-528-4516. Kind of looks like it's something like, could be a loaf of bread maybe, I don't know. Not certain of its importance, of its value, of its where it's placed, its placement. It's got a little bow tie, kind of, it's been wrapped up. See if we can get the little wrapper thing in there. 0.5 miles an hour, and we are at 3.4, 3.5. Let's go 3.5. Pretty good pace to keep us going here. Taking your calls, guys. 818-528-4516, 818-528-4516. Doing it all. Tell your friends. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so just gonna kind of hack away on this a little bit of a hack job, which is all right. I don't mind that. I can handle it. Okay, that green is kind of wrong. It's wrong. Just I don't like it. It's not wrong, but it's. Wrong could be right. That's the thing we got to realize sometimes. Wrong is right. At some time, at some point in time, wrong becomes right. At least not in regular sense, not in the general sense, but in the creative sense. Creative sense, it is potentially could be right or wrong. I don't like it. Not happy with it, but I'm okay with it as just as something that we're just kind of, we made the attempt is the idea here. We made the attempt. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and go right on top of that and put some eggs here. See if we can get a box of eggs over it. See if that works. You know, See if that's going to do any good. Probably won't, but it seems to be a logical move on the spur of the moment, is to just go ahead and bust out something else here on top of it. But nevertheless, we can always wipe away, which would be sad in a way because we're wasting paint on it. But on some levels, it's going to be fine too. Okay, here's our eggs. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Little highlight action. Okay, let's get the little vertical things from the egg box. And so there's one here. Okay, there's another one here. And another one here. And another one here. Okay, and then boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's give it some lights. This might work. It might not work, but that's all right if it doesn't. We don't necessarily know what this is. We don't know what's going on. That's all right. It's all right if we don't know what is going on. There you go. Get that out of the way. Just knock that bread loaf thing out of the way. Wasn't looking right. This might not be looking right either, but I kind of had fun putting it down, sort of, or not. Hey guys, it is getting close to the end of the program, believe it or not. We've gone 119 calories, burned 119 calories, and what is our total here on the run? Had a little breakage of time, a stoppage of time, 0.9 miles, so we haven't really gone as far as we could. But the hour did go by, that's right, Eric, it did go by fast. I got a couple of good calls coming in. Thanks again for everyone who helped get the new audio mixer into the studios. That's the Kickstarter campaign we got going on. It's still about 2 more weeks left, guys. Go to letspainttv.com, and we can still definitely use some more support, moral support, but also financial support. If you'd like to help us out, also you can donate as little as $1 a month with the patreon.com/letspainttv link, And there it is right there, guys, the link. And feel free to go over there. And I got that link also on letspainttv.com. We got paintings available for sale. We got a lot of stuff available to find ways to have you depart of your hard-earned money in support of Let's Paint TV, in support of creativity, in support of this daily broadcast that we give to you Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, well, we still got, what is it? We're not quite at, we still got a couple of minutes left. Okay, so I don't need to roll the titles yet. So I'm looking at it from afar, and do I still prefer to run on 5? I don't know what that means. On 5 miles an hour? I don't rarely, my average pace is, my average, not so much my average, but the pace that I like the best is 3.5. I find that seems to be a pretty decent, kind of makes you run a little bit. And so right now we are at, we slowed it down, 2.7. So yeah, I do question what I'm doing in life, but also in painting. Like this thing doesn't look right anymore, but that's all right. I think we can just kind of maybe play with it, play with your food, play with your paint, play with the possibilities. And if that's the case, then we can kind of knock stuff out and move on to something else in the painting, and maybe leave it as such because it has enough je ne sais quoi qualities, enough qualities to make it be of some sort of lasting, have some sort of lasting aspect ratio that you may decide to think that possibly it is that is all she wrote for this, and move on to something else. We're not there yet, though it doesn't, not necessarily the best thing to be looking at it from such a close vantage point, though. I do kind of like the, I kind of like how it got broken up a little bit, and that's kind of nice. I like the, there is some sort of added energy now from that inclusion of the area over there. However, I'm not certain that it is the answer. What is the answer, my friends? What is the answer? That is the nut in the nut house. It is the nut in a nutshell. It is the ever endless aspect when it comes to trying to make something out of nothing, ultimately. And again, yes, we can incorporate what is already learned, what is already known, and that AE techniques, and also learn so that you use your previous successes and continue on with that. There's nothing wrong with that. However, there's nothing terribly exciting or interesting about it either in terms of breaking new ground. You're not breaking new ground by being an inchworm. And so with that, I bid you guys good day. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.